जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
I request Father Johnson Varapilli, Executive Director and CEO of Rajagiri Hospital and co-organizing chairman of CAHO 2022 to give the welcome address.
A very warm good morning to Honorable Governor of Kerala, Sri Arif Muhammad Khan, Dr. Vijay Agarwal, President CAHO, Dr. Lallu Joseph, Secretary General, Dr. M.I. Sahadullah, Organizing Chairman, Dr. Benny Neelangavil, Organizing Secretary, Mr. Ranjit Krishnan, the Convener, and to all the dignitaries of the dais. CAHO, Consortium of Accredited Healthcare Organization, aims at quality beyond accreditation. With COVID bringing the world to a standstill for the past 2 years, the 6th edition kept on delaying. But today it is a reality. Kochi made it. It's our immense pleasure to host the 6th edition of Cahocon at Cochin, the Queen of Arabian Sea. And to inaugurate this mega event, we have with us today Honorable Governor of Kerala, Sri Arif Muhammad Khan. Sri Arif Muhammad Khan was appointed as the Governor of Kerala in September 2019 by the order of the President of India. I recall the patient visit made by the Honorable Governor to my institution a few months ago. I was a witness to those 15-20 minutes that Honorable Governor spent with that patient, showering all that is expected of a quality caregiver: empathy, love, and hand-holding. It will always be etched in my memory. We are so privileged and honored to have our Honorable Governor Sri Arif Muhammad Khan in our midst to inaugurate Cahocon 2022. Let's put our hands together to welcome our chief guest, Honorable Sri Arif Muhammad Khan. Now a long list with 3 minutes with me. Get prepared for a rapid-fire welcome. Dr. Vijay Agarwal is the first name that resonates with CAHO. Currently, Dr. Vijay is the president, and Dr. Lallu Joseph, the smiling face of CAHO and the ever-vibrant Secretary General, both are on the dais with us. CAHO has an elite governing committee comprising more than 75 members. Most of them are here with us today. With great joy, I welcome Dr. Vijay, Dr. Lallu, and all the members from Central CAHO to this inaugural function. 3 people worked like 3 pillars of Cahocon 2022. Dr. M.I. Sahadullah, the organizing chairman, Dr. Benny Neelankavil, the organizing secretary, Mr. Ranjit Krishnan, the convener. All the three are present on the stage. It was their continuous push that we pulled through all the hurdles and we are here today. Let's welcome Dr. M.I. Sahadullah, Dr. Benny Neelankavil, and Mr. Ranjit Krishnan. More than 75 speakers and 40 chairpersons will be leading us through the sessions in these days. Most importantly, this time we have more than 1,000 delegates that also include people from across the borders to attend this mega event. With immense joy, let's welcome all our dear speakers, chairpersons, and delegates to this conference. Caho is very much obliged to its sponsors, who are in fact so many. Your share is your care for Caho. We have 13 knowledge partners for Cahocon 2022, and the names are displayed all across the venue. Let's welcome all our dear sponsors and knowledge partners to this event. Today we are privileged and blessed with the presence of media and the press community here today. You are our circulation channels, as has always been, requesting your continued support for highlighting the best learnings of this summit to the public. Dear friends from media, a warm welcome to each and every one of you to this inaugural function. No one lights a lamp and then puts it under a basket. Instead, the lamp is placed on a stand from Bible. When we go back, let's share the light with everyone in our respective institutions. Once again, I welcome each one of you to Cahocon 2022, building a culture of safety in healthcare. Thank you.
I would now like to invite Dr. Lallu Joseph, Secretary General of Caho, to deliver the special address.
Honorable Governor of Kerala, Shri Arif Mohammed Khan, dignitaries on dais, off dais, delegates, and my dear Caho family. It is my proud privilege as Secretary General of Caho to introduce and talk about the organization. Caho is a not-for-profit society with the primary goal of enabling quality initiatives in healthcare settings. This is being done through focused events, workshops, training programs, and collaborative research. We believe that accreditation is the beginning of continuous quality improvement, and we aim to systematically infuse and spread the message of quality in healthcare at the grassroots level. While accredited organizations form the core of our membership, other healthcare organizations, laboratories, and individuals desirous of joining the quality movement are part of Caho. Caho today has 3 verticals. Caho Healthcare Division, headed by Dr. Narendranath, Caho Diagnostic Centers, headed by Dr. Seema Bhargav, and Caho Quality Professionals, headed by Dr. Anuradha Pichumani. As an association of healthcare institutions, diagnostic centers, and individuals, we aim to pool our resources for achieving the common goals of promoting quality, patient safety, and accreditation, and to pursue the journey beyond accreditation in collaboration with all our stakeholders. Caho runs about 40 training programs, and till date, We have trained over 15,000 professionals in this country and abroad. We have 28 centers for quality promotion in India who help handhold hospitals towards accreditation and their journey towards patient safety. Towards capacity building initiatives in the area of quality and safety, we have initiated several research activities to promote and establish benchmarks. Student Research Committee, Healthcare Startup and Technology Committee, Nursing Leadership and Research Committee are working very closely with organizations across the country. We have developed many resources for our members like the Telemedicine Registry, confidential national voluntary event reporting tool, which we call as the Convert, cyber help desk, fire safety audit, statutory and licensing app, consent forms, templates, and many more in the pipeline. To encourage the involvement of patients in becoming a partner in healthcare delivery, we are very proud to be launching the Patients for Patient Safety initiative today. Our annual events, Cahocon, Cahotech, Caho LabCon, have become must-attend events for all stakeholders. Caho has made its presence felt in many countries, especially through the ISQA Caho International webinars on the first Tuesday of every month. On an average, thousands register from 25 countries for these webinars. Our International Advisory Committee is extremely active and has given us the platform to engage with experts and opinion leaders from other countries. All this has been possible due to selfless contributions from members of the healthcare community and collaboration with industry, academic institutions, and other professional organizations. We thank you all for making Caho a very unique model of knowledge sharing and capacity building. Thank you.
I would now like to invite Dr. Vijay Agarwal, President of Caho, to give the keynote address.
Good morning. It's indeed my proud privilege today to address to you in the presence of the Honorable Arif Muhammad Khan, sir, the Governor of Kerala, and in fact my favorite political icon, as I told him. And of course with my friends on the dais and with my Caho family, I would like to just share some of my thoughts which is leading to why an organization like Caho is in fact needed in this country. So the evolution of modalities to deliver healthcare has been truly mind-boggling, as I'm sure all of you are aware. Every invention has been adding a tool in the hands of the doctors to cure more and more people with better and better outcomes. The advances in the field of medicine have reached such a level that many disorders which were considered untreatable are now routinely being cured and treated all the times. Of course, at times at prohibitive cost. Now, this should have been the golden era for the medical profession. But has it been? Alas, no. In spite of the high success rates of the treatment, there are unfavorable outcomes. And sometimes these are due to the inherent nature of the disease and the complications associated with the disease process, and at times due to what we may hate to admit, medical errors. The big problem that has emerged now is that every adverse outcome is being considered as medical negligence by the community. Recently, a bright gynecologist was assaulted following the death of a patient following postpartum hemorrhage, which was a complication of known complication in obstetric circles. She was shaken to a level that she committed suicide. The whole medical fraternity is angry. This is leading to disenchantment of the bright young people even to take up medical profession. This kind of assault on doctors and nurses should be condemned in the strongest possible words. One can understand the anger, the emotional turmoil of the family whenever there is an adverse outcome. But I feel that the government, community, and the medical profession should come together to find civilized way of handling grievances. So while on one hand this is the scenario, but we cannot run away from the fact that healthcare delivery today has become very complex and resulting in increased amount of medical errors. Medical errors ultimately mean that the patient is being harmed while being treated. The fact that medical errors have become the third leading cause of death in a developed country like United States, you can well imagine what must be happening in a developing country like ours. The accreditation bodies all over the world, they have contributed immensely, but have failed to make healthcare delivery a very safe practice. An introspection by all the stakeholders is needed to work beyond accreditation to develop a culture of safety in our healthcare institutions. The yearly conference of Consortium of Accredited Healthcare Organizations, CAHO, is a step towards this direction. There is another factor that is adding to the problem of increasing medical errors. The healthcare delivery was like a game of tennis, and it has now become a game of football or cricket or hockey. So it has become a team game from whatever was just a solo practice between the physician and the patient. Our clinicians are an important part of the team, but they have to learn to be the captain of this team. They need to be trained in leadership, communication, and risk management. We are proud to say that CAHO is an organization that is promoting this culture of team building. Out of maybe 10,000, 12,000 people who have been trained by CAHO over the last 6-7 years, we are proud to say that 35% of them are doctors, almost 35% are nurses, and the rest are administrators and technicians and many other people. I want to thank my patrons, the governing committee, and members of the CAHO family for making CAHO a family. And I take this opportunity to invite each one of you to join CAHO, join the CAHO family, and spread the wave of patient safety and quality in this country and beyond. This is a serious issue which needs introspection by the medical fraternity, and we have to make an impact to make healthcare safer and affordable. Thank you.
I would now like to welcome Dr. M.I. Sahadullah, Chairman and Managing Director of KIMS Health and Organizing Chairman of CAHO 2022, to deliver the Presidential Address.
The Honorable Governor of Kerala, Sri Arif Mohammed Khan, the National President of CAHO, Dr. Vijay Agarwal, my colleagues, Dr. Lalu Joseph, Father Johnson, Organizing Secretary Dr. Benny Joseph, and Mr. Ranjit, speakers and faculty who have come from India and as well as from abroad, and the CEOs of various hospitals in India, the members of the media, and all the other invited guests. It's a great pleasure for me to preside over such an elegant function. I would like to spend a couple of minutes actually, how big is the problem of patient safety? Perhaps it has been elaborated very well by Dr. Vijay Agarwal. Generally speaking, in developing countries, or even in developed countries, it is estimated that 1 in every 10 patients is harmed while receiving hospital care. So the common tenet of patient safety is primum non nocere. That's a Latin word standing for please do not cause harm. So, having recognized the problem, we should always accept that we have a problem. One of the deficiencies we notice is that real data or statistics is not available as much as it is available in developed countries. So CAHO is working on and to understand the magnitude of the problem. In fact, we in healthcare should invest more in patient safety because that will help to save a lot of cost, not only for the hospitals and not only for the doctors, but very dearly for our guests who are patients. We always boast that Kerala, there's no doubt that in the health indices, we are the first one in the state. And in the development, in the Sustainable Development Goals indices also, we are the first one. Healthcare outcomes, we are the first one in the country. And in the governance and information giving out, we are perhaps second one in the country. And India also is fast developing in these areas compared to the international benchmarking. WHO, however, has categorized us in the 66th position in patient safety. So that's a thing which we have to admit and look into our culture of rendering healthcare. So once we recognize the problem, we should really report it to the authorities or ourselves in our website, whichever way it is, we should report it. And then we start training the people how to avoid these patient safety issues. And again, this is the area CAHO has come out. It's an outstanding organization, probably can be singled out in the country, standing for patient safety and also training the people, the healthcare providers, for how to make the care safe. What we can do, 3 or 4 points, just what we can do. The regulations by the state governments is very important. For example, we see that cardiac centers mushrooming in every city. The more centers, the expertise will be diluted and the competence will be reduced. So therefore, actually, we have to limit the number of centers coming up. This is only an example. Digitalization coming in a big way in healthcare. The automation will certainly make differences in patient safety issues. We can control many medication errors which can happen. For example, aspirin, if we want to stop before surgery, we should have it in the automated fashion so doctors will not forget it. We should develop teamwork. It is not in silos. We have to work with our colleagues. Hospitals have to with the hospitals, and private sector has to work with public sector, and that's the only way we can give an affordable care to the society of India. And integrity and honesty in healthcare delivery is very important. If we did a mistake, we should be bold enough to admit it and declare it, which is called open disclosure to the patients. And lastly, I will say communication in every field causes issues, not only in patient care issues, even in other fields. So communication is a vitally important thing in healthcare also. So I think we know the remedy, and if we do it properly, 80% of the patient care safety issues can be avoided or eliminated. And of course, it is human to err, but the concern we develop, the training we take, and we render healthcare with caution, we can minimize the harm to a very negligible level. So our deliberations in this conference will, I hope, that will lead us to that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I now request the Honorable Governor of Kerala, Shri Arif Mohammed Khan, to kindly come forward for the lamp lighting ceremony. I request the Honorable Governor to now deliver the inaugural address.
Dr. A.Y. Sadullah Sahab, Chairman and Managing Director KIMS, Dr. Vijay Agarwal, President, Consortium of Accredited Healthcare Organizations, Dr. Lalu Joseph, Secretary General Cahocon, Father Johnson Wala Palli, Executive Director, Rajgiri Hospital, Kochi, Mr. Ranjit Krishnan, CEO, Kinder Group, Kochi, Dr. Benny Joseph, CEO, Jubilee Mission Hospital, Tirshur. Ladies and gentlemen, Ellavarkum Ente Vandanam. First, I would like to extend hearty welcome to all the delegates, particularly those who have come from outside the state of Kerala. Welcome to God's own land, own country. I am happy to inaugurate the 6th International Conference of the Consortium of Accredited Healthcare Organizations here at Kochi. I must also express my gratitude for your warmth and affection and gracious words of welcome. It is great to see this large gathering of medical fraternity at a time when it appears that COVID is retreating. I would like to say with a deep sense of gratitude that it is mainly because of you that we faced this crisis posed by the pandemic with confidence and success. And we can never forget that many of you took great personal risk to ensure the health of the common man. I know that you are paid for the work you do, but we are not in a position to pay for your kindness, for your personal touch, which I believe is more crucial to restore health to the sick than the procedures and medicines which are given to the patient. So, I'm expressing this gratitude on behalf of everybody to the medical fraternity. I would also like to compliment the Consortium of Accredited Healthcare Organizations for organizing this conference on the significant theme, building culture of safety in healthcare. As a not-for-profit body that endeavors to implement quality initiatives, the consortium has been encouraging healthcare institutions, diagnostic centers, and individuals to pool their resources for achieving the common goals of promoting quality, patient safety, and accreditation. Having pursued the cause of quality and accreditation in healthcare since its inception in 2013, the consortium is now promoting a journey beyond accreditation in collaboration with stakeholders. As we all know, quality of healthcare and patient safety are of utmost significance in a world which regards health as a basic human right. In India, our tradition has been to see health as the greatest wealth. Arogyam paramam bhagyam swasthyam sarvarth sadhanam. That is, good health is the greatest blessing. Health is the medium means to do anything and everything. Consequent on the World Health Organization considering health as a fundamental human right, there has been a wider agreement on ensuring that everyone gets access to the required healthcare services as and when required. The term good health covers many areas like clean and safe drinking water, sanitation, adequate housing, education and humane working conditions, nutritious foods, and other related provisions. Our constitutional fathers had provided in our Constitution that the state shall be responsible to ensure for its citizens social and economic justice, which covers many aspects, including health. Further, the right to health is now recognized as inherent in the fundamental right to life. Thus, the improvement of quality in healthcare and setting higher benchmarks in patient safety are steps towards realizing a constitutional obligation. Quality controls like accreditation by NABH for hospitals and healthcare providers have helped to ensure a strong focus on patient rights and benefits, safety control, and better clinical outcomes. Since the existing accreditation ecosystem and quality frameworks in India are quite robust and comprehensive, it is pertinent to promote their adoption. We have had certain interventions in quality promotion, such as Indian Public Health Standard 2008, National Quality Assurance Standards 2013, Mera Aspatal, My Hospital 2016, Lakshya 2017, and National Patient Safety Implementation for Framework 2018-2025, which have set benchmarks in the healthcare sector. Schemes like Ayushman Bharat, PM Jan Arogya Yojana are attempts to tackle economic inequality in accessing quality health care through universal health coverage. We are aware of how Kerala's consistent interventions in the healthcare sector have enabled our state to top the health index of the Niti Aayog. These interventions helped our state in attaining best output indicators such as infant mortality rate, sex ratios at birth, immunization, proportion of people living with HIV/AIDS, and incidence of tuberculosis. In Kerala, over 60% of the people's health needs are met through the hospitals in the private sector. When such private institutions also work towards making the state a preferred wellness destination, improvement of quality through accreditation becomes very important. Since public health and hospitals are a state subject, the primary responsibility of strengthening the public health care system lies with respective state governments. However, our union government has been providing through National Health Mission technical and financial support to the states and union territories to strengthen the public health care system and health care facilities. During the pandemic days also, such financial support was provided to improve health care facilities. India had already achieved the World Health Organization recommended doctor to population ratio, the golden finishing line, that was 1 for 1,000 in 2018. Today, healthcare is one of India's most rapidly expanding sectors. The challenge is to ensure that the expanding industry size translates into better quality of services and improved outcome for the patients. Our overall healthcare scenario needs to work hard to fully overcome some of the challenges related to amenities, coverage, access, utilization of essential diagnostic facilities, and quality of service. Besides, the number of hospitals with accreditation by NABH has not yet risen to expected levels. It is here that accreditation becomes a sure step towards achieving quality, and I am happy that the Consortium of Accredited Healthcare Organizations rightly considers accreditation as the beginning of a quality journey. I am told that the consortium systematically infuses and spreads the message of quality in healthcare at the grassroots level by engaging a group of certified professionals for quality implementation in hospitals. It is gratifying to know that these trained professionals mentor hospitals to join the quality journey and accreditation through various training programs they have designed. So far, they are known to have trained over 15,000 professionals. I am happy that today, 29 accredited hospitals across India have been recognized as CAHO-affiliated centers for quality promotion so that they handhold and mentor smaller hospitals to implement quality and patient safety. The leaders of the consortium deserve our appreciation for capacity building initiatives, research and development of resources like telemedicine registry, patient safety initiative, confidential national voluntary event reporting tool, cyber health, and similar other areas. I hope the 6th International Conference of the Consortium would encourage more hospitals to join the drive for assuring quality in their services. My best wishes to all delegates who have come from far and wide. I wish you fruitful deliberations and a happy stay in Kochi. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Thank you. Jai Hind.
ISQA is the International Society for Quality in Healthcare. It is a not-for-profit organization dedicated to promoting quality improvement in healthcare. It is also an accreditation body which grants approval to other accreditation bodies in the area of healthcare as a mark of equivalence of accreditation programs of member countries. The ISQA Fellowship Program has been customized for the Southeast Asia region by Cahocon. It is truly our privilege to have the Honorable Governor of Kerala here with us today for the launch of this program. I now invite Dr. Carsten Engel, CEO of ISQA, to join us on stage. I request the Honorable Governor of Kerala to launch the Cahocon ISQA Fellowship for the Southeast Asia region. The voice of patients has been missing in our healthcare delivery ecosystem so far. To empower our patients and make them partners in healthcare delivery, Cahocon and the Quality Association of India are launching the Patients for Patients Safety Initiative. This will sensitize our hospitals to learn from the experience of our patients. I would like to invite Dr. Vijay Agarwal to come forward as part of this initiative.
They are there. They're sitting. Invite. Just please call.
Apologies. I would like to take this opportunity to call onto stage Mr. Som Mittal and Mrs. Nadira Chaturvedi, Chair and Co-Chair of this initiative, to join us on stage. I would like the Honorable Governor of Kerala to officially launch the Patients for Patients Safety Initiative. As a token of our gratitude, I now invite Mr. Ranjit Krishnan, CEO of Kinder Hospitals and the convener of Cahocon 2022, to present a memento to the Honorable Governor of Kerala. I would like to call upon Dr. Benny Joseph, CEO of Jubilee Hospitals and Organizing Secretary of CAHO 2022, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Honorable Governor of Kerala, Sri Arif Muhammad Khan, President of the function, Dr. Sahadullah, Dr. Vijay, President of CAHO, Dr. Lallu, Director General of CAHO, Father Johnson, Co-Chairman of Cahocon, Mr. Ranjit, Convener of Cahocon, distinguished guests, esteemed delegates, and fellow participants. A long-cherished dream comes to a reality this morning. The much-awaited Cahocon 2022 is inaugurated by our Honorable Governor, Sri Arif Muhammad Khan, a person with impeccable political career and distinguished service as the Governor of Kerala, with bold and directive decisions when it comes to the matters of people regard and safety in particular, and human dignity in general. It is fitting and proper that we are blessed this morning with the erudite presence of our Honorable Governor to inaugurate this noble function. We are deeply impressed by the interest shown by you, dear Honorable Governor, for the future of healthcare. Not only this was beautifully illustrated this morning during your impressive deliberation, but also in other occasions as well. In this backdrop, I am reminded of the truly thought-provoking speech that you had delivered to the students of Kerala Health University a few months ago, where you emphasized the health sector to focus on the key lessons from the recent pandemic. You also reiterated that let our research be aimed at One Health, the approach that recognizes that the health of humans is closely connected to the health of animals and our shared environment. Our universities and their graduates need to think several years ahead and prepare for the future by leveraging the latest technologies and, most importantly, balancing their intelligence as well as emotional quotients. Dear Honorable Governor, the pride of Kerala's common man, we have no words to express our sincere gratitude for coming and gracing our function with not only by a gracious presence, but also by an intellectually thought-provoking message. Thank you, dear Honorable Governor. Let me place on record our sincerest thanks to the CAHO family on the stage, Dr. Sahadullah, Dr. Vijay, Dr. Lallu, Father Johnson, and Mr. Ranjit, apart from other CAHO team members present here. Our deep sense of gratitude to all the distinguished guests present here, especially the guests from the media, our knowledge partners, our sponsors, our speakers, and our technical partners. Thank you. Last but not the least, our big pranam to all the delegates and healthcare professionals from the length and breadth of our country and abroad for not only coming and being here for the conference, but also for hand-holding the healthcare for many years, especially the last 2 years during this deadly pandemic. Dear fellow healthcare professionals, your service alongside the sick, carried out with love and competence, transcends the bounds of your profession, and it became a mission always, especially during the last couple of years of this pandemic. Dear fellow professionals, your hands, which touched the sufferings of suffering flesh, was a sign of the merciful hands. Let us be mindful of the great dignity of our profession, as well as the responsibility that it entails. Thank you, dear fellow professionals. We wish that this 2 days conference facilitate transformation in healthcare everywhere, which is not only rich in mercy and compassion, but also in patient experience, patient safety, and fine experience with fraternal closeness to all who solace from healthcare delivery. May God, the Paramatma, bless us all. Thank you.
I now request everyone to stand up for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Go ahead, please.
We would now like to resume our previous session. If I could request everyone to remain seated. I would like to call upon our chairpersons, Dr. Rajkumar V. Patil, Dr. Naveen Chitkara, and our speakers, Mr. Norman Deary, Mr. Deepak Sharma, and Dr. Rakshay Shetty, to once again join us on stage. Over to you, Dr. Rakshay Shetty.